Hello chillins, it's Phil Beckwith, professional painter and decorator, back with you, another spray video. Again, if you're watching this, you've probably seen the previous video there where we used on Doris the door £5 sprayer from ScrewFix, the Energer. I'm back with you, a bit more expensive one. This is what I class as a bit more professional, shall I say, in inverted commas. This is a proper HVLP, I'll call it. If I say proper, 35 quid it cost me. So I'm going to give it a go to see whether a 35 quid sprayer is up there with the big boys. Get what you pay for, said that the last time. But no, if you've watched that previous video, that £5 sprayer, because it was on clearance, did actually spray. When it sprayed the door, it was blue, using French chic. But this time I'm going to use a bit better quality one. This is 35 to 40 quid. I think it was on offer at 35 and the £40. But I'm going to use a bit different paint. I'm going to use Bedek MSP, which is multi-surface paint. Again, I'm going to thin it slightly according to taste for the sprayer, but I think for now let's just have a quick whistle stop tour about what the gun's got, what you get with it, and then let's crack on with a bit of spray and see how it goes. See you in a minute. I don't know how well you can see me. This is the paint I'm going to use, Bedek MSP. Let's put that to the side. We've got the sprayer, it's all in bits. Read the instruction book, because the instruction book will tell you how to assemble it. I don't want to go into that, it's a bit self-explanatory. You just connect the air hose into the end, there's a lock and an unlock symbol, attach it to the handle, and then the actual spray gun part will also connect together like so. Put the locking system underneath, you've got your pot with a lid, and you've got an air cap and in effect a needle. But what you get in the kit as spares, you get a couple of these check valves, whatever they call them. Now they go, actually they're spare, they go in there, so all you have to do is pull that out and it goes in the bottom. It's to pressurise the pot. So you've got two spare, you've got a handle strap, cleaning needle, you've got two new rubber seals, one goes on the underside there. Oh, I've got the wind blowing me. Oh, look at the wind. Underside there, and then the other one, if it's not blown away, no it's not, then the other seal is for the filling cap there, so you've got a spare one there. So that's that. Let's get all that together, move that. You've also got the viscosity cup for measuring the thickness of your paint and timing it, and you've got another, if I'd got my proper QT5, come round, if I'd got my proper QT5, it's what your air caps are, your needle caps. Now your spare one that comes, I'm going to move you up a bit, move you up a bit, there you go, you can see me now. You get a spare one, that's the smallest hole, that's a 2mm 2.0. The one that actually comes on the gun is a 2.5. So as I've said in previous videos, if you want to know about HVLP spraying and bits and pieces like that, watch the other videos. The bigger the hole, the more paint will put out, and also the bigger the hole, the thicker the paint could be. So you can swap that by unscrewing. Unscrew that, it's a bit stiff because it's new. Unscrew the black air cap there, come in, and it's in there. That comes off, and then this one, let's put that on. As you can see, you see that? That's a 2.5 compared to the smaller one. That's a 2. So we could spray quite thick paint. So I'm going to put that back on. Just line it all back up. You'll know it fits on because it clips into place. And then call them the ram horns. That's the air cap. That just clips on. Just holds in. And then carefully screw that on. Now, even though this is all plastic, like I've said in previous videos, if you want to watch those, on your threads, we'll put a bit of Vaseline so they don't set up when you've got paint going around it. Right, that's that. Now your paint will go in there. This is self-explanatory. The suction pipe will pick it all up. It's in there. And you can regulate your fan pattern from a small dot to a wider by, and you'll see it there, just moving this dial. So that's fine stream to a wider. You following me? Great. My last thing I'll talk about, because you want to know, it's got your lock in place for your pot there, just there. But if you want to regulate your needle for how much paint's going through, you can dial it. I mean dial it, there's a plus and a minus. So if you open it all the way out to let more in, more paint, turn it the other way, restricts you. You'll fiddle around with that. So should we put some paint in, see how we go? I'm going to get some bed echo out. I'm going to put a bit of water in it so it's not too thick, not too thin, and I'll have a bit of practice, then we'll come back. Hello, I'm back. Right, I mixed some paint up, and I'll be honest, I've had to add quite a bit of water to it to make it spray. But the basic principle is like a proper HVLP. You always have to thin the paint and then regulate it with the airflow on the gun, reducing the handle trigger there. The more you can pull it back, the more it'll let out. The tighter it is, it won't let so much out. Right, not going into the principles of HVLP, but I've thinned it down and it sprays nicely. I'm just going to show you what it does. Now it is a bit noisy because it's like one big hairdryer, which that's what HVLPs are. It's pumping air all the time because it's a turbine. And with turbines, I'll show you this, there's the air filter at the back, so you can just unclip that, pull it off, keep that clear. If it starts getting blocked up because you're using it for a lot of spraying, it needs cleaning, clean it and put it back in. It's only like a piece of foam. Look at that, look at that. Just push it back in, dead easy. Right, I'm going to turn it on. It's going to be a bit noisy. I'm just going to show you what you can do, and then we'll try Doris the door. I've not put the strap on because I'll hold it, but look, it's a nice bit of kit. That just nicely sits in there. That's good, isn't it? We like that. We like that. Neat. See how we go. Bit of noise. Right, got it all opened up. Might be a bit. I'm liking it. It's actually spraying really well. Now I did thin it quite a bit. You probably say, oh, you don't need it as thin as that. Well, for the purpose of the video, I've thinned it. So that is going quite well. I'm going to now spray Doris the door, even though there's a little bit of overspray over Doris the door. But look at that. You can go fine to wide, all regulated off that. And don't forget, you can turn your air cap one way or the other. So if you want it on the horizontal or the vertical, that would give me a vertical. Turn it that way, give me a horizontal. Make sense? Yeah. So let's get you back up onto a higher position. Let's spray this door. Hopefully you can see me top and bottom. Now, this isn't a video on spraying skills. I've got plenty of skills. Might not be on this video though. So I'm going to turn it back on and I'll go top to bottom. Let's see how it covers. I might tweak it as I'm going, but bear with me. The purpose is, on this video, is this 35 quid sprayer any good if you want to do some home DIY gardening and spraying? And so far so good. So let's crack on. Blinking heck! How good's that? How good is that? You can see it's sissing because the paint that I used before is more of a satiny finish and you get surface tension. The bedeck, with it being wet, is obviously a bit thin and it's sissing over it. But do you know what? That sprayed lovely. You saw a little bit of overspray from it, but you're going to get that. But do you know what? For a 35 quid sprayer, if you're doing a bit of furniture flipping, earning a bit of money from it, can't go wrong. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to come back and see what it's like in a bit. So I'm pleased. Okie dokie. Right. Can you see this? I said I was spraying over a surface that surface tension. It was a good satin finish. It had been nibbed down, and the MSP that we was using, I did thin it down, and it was probably a bit too thin. And don't forget, I was spraying with a 2.5 orifice needle set, so it's probably put a little bit too much on. It's been a bit thin, and it's started to cyst. I won't say run, it's more cyst. Can you see that? So what I've actually done, I put a little bit more paint to my mix, mixed it up, added a bit more neat paint, and for interest I've put the 2.0 orifice needle set on, and I've just tried it on my sample board. Do you know what? I wished I'd have done it first time round. I should have gone with my gut instinct, not thin the paint. I didn't want to put it neat on. I should have gone with my gut instinct and sprayed with the 2.0 and just slightly thinned it. But if you can see my sample board there, that's actually a nice soft finish, to the point that, you know, if you're buying a sprayer for 35 quid to spray spindles on your staircase, because you can regulate your fan pattern, you can also regulate how much paint goes on and off. Well, I say on and off, you know what I mean. Regulate how much paint flow there is. Do you know what? Best 35 quid you'll have spent. So I'm just going to wait for this door to dry off now. I'll probably give it another 10 minutes and I'll give it a top coat with the 2.0 needle. And I think you'll be quite impressed, because I am. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So brilliant. So see you in a few. Do my teeth look white? Right, let's get the final coat. I'm starting to lose the light. The sun's gone in. It's gone a bit cloudy. So, as I said, I've dropped down to the orifice size, which is a 2.0. Thicken the paint up slightly, because it might have been a bit too thin before. Again, it's trial and error. Give a bit of a practice. Got my practice board there, and I know that this is going to spray nicely. I'm going to go top to bottom with that 2.0, and let's see how we go on. I'm really impressed with this sprayer. Have I told you that? Spraying lovely. Just basics. Don't forget, you want a bit of a 50-50 overlap. Keep, I'll say, a decent hand distance away. You don't want to be too close, or else you're putting too much paint on. Too far away, you'll get the air and everything just wafting round and get a load of overspray. So that is spraying off that 2.0, and I must say, what a difference that is. I wish I'd used it first time round. You live and learn. Let's crack on and finish this door. Lovely how you hold it. It's ever so lightweight. Plastic. Can't beat plastic. 35 £. That's actually gone really nice. I've just gone up and down. Now if I was doing this as a proper door, I'd start at the top, I'd go left to right, work my way down, and then finish off going up and down, so you've got an even cross finish, cross hatch as they call it. But do you know what? To say that first coat that I put on was a bit thin, it was nearly dry, it wasn't totally dry. That's actually covered quite nicely. Now in hindsight I should have mixed my paint probably a little bit thicker, put that 2.0 on, but I've said that before. But do you know what? That ain't bad at all. I'll let that dry off and I'll come back and show you what it's like, well, as a finished coat. I'll say a finished coat, not quite finished, you know what I mean. Your beauty. Oh, you beauty, as Mark says on his channel, The Candleman. You've seen The Candleman, haven't you? If I can get a link there, I will do, to The Candleman. Please check him out. It's ever so funny. Stuff he comes out with is even funnier than what I come out with. But no, he goes, oh, you beauty. Oh! Well, I'm going to go, oh, you beauty. Do you know what? 35 quid for this sprayer. HVLP sprayer from ScrewFix. This Energer. I can't even read. Only got a D in English at GCSE. Energer. But do you know what? Sprayed that door, just gave it another coat, just to... I like it that much, give it another coat. But do you know what? I wish I'd have sprayed it better first time round on the first coat, because that, yeah, that's had 3. Don't look bad at all. How would I improve on it? Spend a bit more time getting my paint mix right. Tweak the dials and the knobs. On the way I'd go. But do you know what? This 700 watt sprayer, it's not bad at all. Oh, don't knock it. I'm going to say to you, if you're looking for a sprayer to do your flipping of your furniture, and you've got a bit of time just to read the instructions, and another thing I'm going to say is don't forget, wear a mask when you're doing this. I've been outside, the wind's been blowing the opposite way, but wear a mask, goggles, gloves if you need to, apron, overalls, proper overalls. But if you're needing something to do flipping of furniture, painting spindles in your house, or just a general, want to try a sprayer for 35 quid, give it a go, because you know what, brilliant, really impressed. So I'm going to say good night for now.